Hello viewers, this is Fran, Fran's Fresh Start in Chiang Mai. And guess who I'm with? It's our friend Nick from
Hi
last time. Hello again, Nick. So it's good to see you again here in Chiang Mai.
Thank you.
And just like to ask you, what brought you to Chiang Mai this time?
This time I came back to start the renovations on the flat for the second floor, the apartment on the second floor.
Oh, I see. So what have you been doing since you're here? Have you checked around where to buy materials, furniture, things like that of that nature?
Actually, we got up to a lot. I mean, one of the things I wanted to do is, the flat, I want to be able to let it out to friends and family and people. And part of the purpose of doing this is to provide an experience, not just an apartment. And so actually I had quite an enjoyable time of kind of exploring different parts of Chiang Mai, doing lots of different things so I could make an itinerary for my friends and family, people that wanted to stay here. So we did everything from kind of going up to see elephant sanctuaries and various trekking things up to temples, and I had a fantastic time, as well as, of course, the mundane stuff of going to find furniture and things like that.
All right. So I understand you're fond of wood carvings.
Yeah.
And wooden materials of furniture. So where did you go in order to check out some of the authentic Thai wood carving handicrafts?
Well, so, I mean, the thing, first of all, yes, I love natural wood. And I know from staying in a lot of Airbnbs and things like myself, that they often are done to a maybe a lower cost standard, and I really wanted to use local craftsmanship in the apartment. And so the way to do that is not to go to the tourist places, but to find people who've lived here for a long time. Where did they source their materials from? So we basically started out by talking to a lot of different people, and we found this amazing, I don't want to call it like a community village or whatever it was.
It's called the Baan Tawai, right?
Well, okay, you can
Baan
say so.
Tawai.
I can't remember what it was called.
It's called the Baan Tawai Wood Carving Village, which I'm going to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
This is a whole street of wooden furnitures.
Yeah, and it was fantastic, I have to say. I mean, some things there was lots of great quality items there. Some of it was clearly priced for foreigners, and you'd have some negotiations to do. But we also discovered some proper craftsmen sitting there doing the carvings themselves, creating really beautiful pieces.
Right.
And I was actually very impressed by the workmanship, and at affordable prices. So not with that foreign tax applied, if you can call it that.
Mm-hmm. And what about like hardware stuff and tiles and furnitures? Where did you find it attractive? For my viewers, if they also want to refurbish their condos, what do you recommend?
So there's quite a lot to choose from. I don't think I've even necessarily scratched the surface of finding all the different places, but there's a number of large outlets that you can go. And in the UK, typical ones would be for the DIY places like B&Q or whatever, but also
Actually,
the IKEAs.
We both visited Thai Watsadu.
We went to Thai Watsadu, which I really liked. I mean, just depends on what you want to go. So you probably want to go across all of them. Like there's Index, the one that you just mentioned. And then there's other, what's the name of that? Costco, I think, if you want electrical stuff. Macro
for the appliances.
For appliances and things. So I think you probably want to identify the best, the different places to get the equipment that those places are good for selling. So some places are really good. For example, huge ranges of sanitary ware. Really great quality looking sanitary ware, any kind of sanitary ware you wanted, any different style.
And the prices?
They had them. I mean, I'm not an expert in this area, but they seem to me to be a lot cheaper than the UK.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So I imagine that renovating a new condo in a foreign country can be an adventure. So what is your impression about the process of renovating a condo as yourself, in terms of speed and quality? And
so the qualities I've seen here at the pavilion, the quality's good, and I've traveled and I've lived in different countries, and I know I like to think I know good quality. Certainly, I wouldn't know how to build good quality myself, but I know what it feels like when it's been done. And I know what bad quality feels like. I've been in places where you unplug something and the socket comes out the wall, and and that's actually more common than you might understand or give credit for. But none of that was here. And I don't know if that's, again, my only experience is here with the contractors that we've been using at the pavilion. And when I met with the contractors, talked through things with them, I felt I had a good feeling, and I felt confident that I was dealing with a competent team. And obviously we can walk around and see the work directly that they've been doing. So it becomes kind of easy in some respects, because you can say, I want my ceiling to look like that, and so I would say for me, it's been a remarkably easy process. I wouldn't say it's always going to be an easy process for anybody doing it in Thailand. If you're coming here fresh, you don't know anybody. But here it's been extremely valuable to be able to leverage the relationships that you've got in order to just get that jump start.
Basically going through the same step that I went through, right?
Yeah, basically, someone else has done all the hard work, I guess, of going through the contractors and finding who's good and who's not good. And all I'm doing is just kind of piggybacking off of the experience that other people have already got. And then they'll say, use that guy for this, and here's where you go and get that material. And so far that's worked out very well.
So for my viewers, maybe they will be curious to know approximately how much does it cost you to renovate a condo, a studio? I believe it's almost 40 square meters.
Yeah. Okay.
In Thai baht or in US dollars?
Well, I don't know about dollars. So,
okay.
So in Thai baht, which you can do the translation, I guess, or conversions.
Yeah, I can do the conversion here. It's about how much in Thai baht?
It depends on what standard you want. So in Thai baht, I think you can get away with something like 150,000.
150,000
Thai baht. Yeah.
Okay, that's equivalent to 4,400 US dollars.
But
and British pounds is 3,399
right.
pounds.
But personally, I've spent a bit more. And one of the key things for me is I'm a touchy person. If I touch a material and it feels cheap, I end up feeling like it's not a good experience. I don't want to be in a place where everything I touch feels cheap and done at a price. So some things you can save money on. You have to be judicious about where you want to not spend money that perhaps might not be necessary. For example, do you want to have a washing machine? There's a washing machine downstairs. You can make that choice. You can put one in, takes up a bit of extra space, costs a bit of extra money, or you can say, no, actually, they can go down a couple of floors and there's a laundry service there. That's an idea of a choice you might want to make. But where I wouldn't want to cut corners or be cheap is on materials that people touch every day. So the kitchen counter or the doors or those sorts of things, where people are interfacing with them on a daily basis. That should be giving you pleasure to be in the place and not to feel like you're sitting in a place that's been built to a minimum spec.
All right.
So then you'd probably pay about 200. I think my bill is going to come to about 200,000.
Yeah, just because you have your personal touch, right?
Just because I want to choose more quality materials in certain places.
So in other words, I guess it cannot go over 200,000 Thai baht.
It can always go over, right? You can always spend more.
Over depending on your personal taste, but we can average it out between 150 to 200,000 baht, and you get a fully renovated condo. And how long does it take? About a month and a half?
Yeah, I think it just depends upon, if you want to use a good contractor, you have to work to their schedule. So when they're available, you might get it done in a month and a half. It might take you a couple of months.
I see. Well, that's it. I hope that his experience sharing with you gave you some insights on how long it takes and how much it would cost for someone like Nick to renovate a studio. So, well, all right. Thank you for sharing your experience with our viewers. And if you find these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and put on your notification bell. And until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon in the next vlog. Take care and be safe.